Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the generational leadership gap. This is not a new problem out there in the world, in the workforce. And I'm sure that you probably deal with this on a regular basis, but it's something that has become so common in the work that I do with corporate teams and even small business that I thought it'd be a good idea to do a blog on this one. The leaders of these companies are generally baby boomers. They are the people who founded the company and have been running it very successfully for sometimes multiple decades. The workforce that they are attempting to attract to now continue the legacy of the company are Gen X, Gen Y, and millennials, and so on. So this is where the leadership gap comes in. We have leadership that on one hand is very versed in the business world. They've run a very successful and award-winning business for a long time. They communicate in a particular way, they brand themselves in a particular way, and they focus on particular things. Now I'm going to make some pretty wide generalizations here, so I'm just going to ask that you bear with me. If these are not you, great, I guess we won't be working on this particular issue. The traditionalists and baby boomers that are currently running companies that are looking to retire in the next 5 to 10 years and are looking to attract the next generations in to maintain a great employee base and growth of the company. They generally focus on what's wrong rather than what's right. Now this was partly the way they were raised. Remember, their parents came through war times of famine and incredible poverty, and it was about work hard and it might pay off, and you only focused on what was wrong. There was not a whole lot of joy in those decades of the world globally. So these people were raised that way. It's not right or wrong, it just is. They focus on more of what's wrong rather than what's right. They're a no frills, kind of no fluff type people. Generally speaking, they are quite, the baby boomers that have the largest gap in attracting the next generation are very analytical and logical thinking. So the emotional things, the culture branding things, they sort of throw their hands up and go, wow, well, first of all, what is that? And second of all, why the heck does that matter? So this is some of the gaps. Again, attracting this new generation. Well, the new generation loves when you focus on what's going well. They need a lot of ego stroking and patting on the back, sometimes too much. But that's the way that these younger generations are and what they expect in a culture. They expect a lot of touchy-feely. They expect a lot of the experiential. What's the experience of working in the organization? So you have, on one hand, these traditional baby boomers who are leading the company, looking at their legacy now and attracting the next generation. They also don't love social media for the most part and are not willing to even look at why the heck would that matter and what a big waste of time and money that is. And then there's this next generation and generations, I'm going to say, who require a lot of positive feedback, and it's all about the experience, and they live on social media. This is so common in the workplace right now, and it is a day-to-day topic in my clients and how we are overcoming this generational gap so that we continue to prosper the company and grow the company and also then transition the leader out. Please remember, if you're in this situation right now, it's difficult from both sides. The leaders only know one way, and the way they ran that company for years worked very well, thank you. And this next generation, they can't imagine ever having been that way, and why would they bother going over there? This is a game of negotiation, meet in the middle, patience, learning, taking on new things from both sides. If we are going to make it through this leadership and generational gap that is so prevalent in the workforce right now, we're going to need to have some pretty open minds, be able to teach some old dogs some new tricks, and have this new whippersnapper generations that are coming up really have some patience around the amazing leadership that is at the helm of a lot of these companies. There is no quick fix. There is no quick solution. It's a topic I wanted to talk about today, and I'd love to hear your experience of this or how you have managed to overcome some of this generational leadership gap. Thanks, everyone.